Today's virtual lab, we are going to be doing a little bit more practice with the scientific method. So when you open this document on your Google Classroom, you're going to see this image. In order to get to the website that you need, you're going to click on the image, and you'll see that the link will pop up down here. You can click on the link. It is possible that you need to enable the flash player thing. So if you just saw those puzzle pieces flash, that might be what you see. And then you just click allow. You may have to click up here somewhere that it says allow as well, but then you should see your flowers pop up here. So it says, a horticulturalist or a plant scientist complains to the city that a nearby residence is ruining his flowers because of the detergent being used in their car washes. The soap runs into the stream that goes near his flower beds. As an inquiring scientist, you want to find out whether soap can affect the flower growth. Okay, so this is a key sentence right here that I'm highlighting. Soap can affect the flower growth. That's your question, basically. Harper being silly in the background. You will need to set up your experiment using the animation below and publish your findings. See the questions. So the questions are listed here, but you also have the questions in your document here where you have space to write and type out your answers. So what you're going to do is in the website, you're going to pick which flower you want to test. Okay? You have up here, it says design your control group, and you also have design your experimental group. So remember that your control group is whatever is sort of normal in, the flower world. And your experimental group is whatever you're trying to find out if it's going to have an impact on the plant. So again, your question is whether soap can affect a flower growth. So hopefully that gives you a hint as what your experimental group will be. You get to pick which flower you want. You click on the flower, then you click on the kind of pot you want them to be in, and so on and so forth. You click on the potting mix, etc., etc., etc. And then you have to decide whether it gets detergent or it doesn't get detergent. You want to think about keeping everything else the same other than what you're testing. So remember, again, you're testing whether soap can affect the flower growth. So you want to keep as much possible the same between your experimental group and your control group. So before you run your test through virtually, in your document, you're going to write your hypothesis. It should be in a complete sentence and describe what exactly is being tested. It should be in an if-then statement. So if the experimenter, which is you, does something, then what will happen to plant growth? Okay? Describe your control group and your experimental group with regards to what variables were used in each. So again, the variables are what you're changing. In your control group, you're going to keep something normal. In the experimental group, you're going to change whatever it is you're testing. Again, hopefully you have a hint as to what you're testing based on the reading. And you're going to create a data table to show your results. This table should include an average for your experiment and the control group. So you remember to do your data table, you're going to do insert table. You have to figure out how many columns and how many rows you need, and you can pop that right in there. Okay, I had my cursor in the wrong spot, but that's okay. So that's what you're going to do for the third one. If you're in your thing, you're going to notice that you have the ability to measure. So if you click on, you're obviously going to do it for both sides, and I'm not doing it for both sides because I just want to show you what would happen. You have the ability to click and move this ruler. So you're going to want to measure the height of your two plants here. So you have two plants, and you'll end up having two plants over here as well. And you'll measure the height, and that's the information that you're going to put into your data chart after you figure out what your data chart has to hold. Number 3 is explain why you need a control group. And number 4 is explain why an average is needed to compare your results. So this is a kind of a short lab. It shouldn't take you more than the period. Certainly if you need more time, you can have more time after the period, but I don't think it will take you too terribly long. If you have any questions, let me know.